My name's Chef Sawyer. Welcome back, folks, and it's Chef Sawyer Sunday, and we're about to make some coconut shrimp. Now, if anybody here ever watched Forrest Gump, I'm sure most of us have, we know that there are hundreds and hundreds of ways to enjoy our favorite ocean crustacean. Amongst the countless ways to enjoy our delicious friend, Mr. Shrimp, the coconut shrimp is arguably one of the best. You know why? Crispity, crunchity, sweet, salty, good. All right, so all we need is some shrimp, a standard breading procedure, which is gonna be eggs, breadcrumbs, and flour, and I have some sweetened shredded coconut here. That's it. All right, guys, we need an egg wash. You know exactly what that means by now. We have a couple whole eggs that is just gonna get a little bit of milk in there, and then we're gonna beat it up and whisk it together, and this will give us our egg wash. Next up, we have to season our flour with some salt. You want to make sure it's pretty heavily seasoned. Here's a little bit of garlic powder for some flavor, some onion powder for some flavor, and some smoked paprika for some flavor. Just give that all a mix up until it's nice and incorporated. Here is some panko breadcrumbs, and to that I'm gonna add a roughly equal portion of sweetened coconut flakes. And just give that a nice good mixy. So as you guys can see, we have our panko, our nice big crunchy breadcrumbs. The coconut flakes are perfectly dispersed throughout. This is an excellent ratio for us. All right, now let's talk about our shrimp. So this shrimp is called 2125, which basically means its size. There's gonna be between 21 minimum and 25 maximum shrimp per pound. So a shrimp that would be 1620 is larger because it means that there's between 16 and 20 shrimp per pound. So you can buy your shrimp peeled and deveined already from the store. It's very, very convenient, but I have an option called Easy Peel. So the Easy Peel means it's already butterflied right up the middle, which is great. Its vein has been removed and it's easy to peel. That's why they call it Easy Peels. And you just go ahead and remove the excess shell, and you want to make sure you leave the tail on. And boom, just like we have it, our shrimp is peeled. If you have the Easy Peel shrimp, I just like to open it up a little bit more so you increase the surface area, and you have maybe a shrimp that can stand up flat, just like that. So I'm just gonna go through and remove all the shells of my shrimp here. And as you can see, like I said, it's already split down the middle. And I just like to rip it open a little bit more. That's something you can do with your hands, no problem. And this will help it get crispier and crunchier and help increase the amount of breading that can stick to it. So I'm gonna do a demonstration in case you do not have Easy Peel shrimp, or you don't have access to it. So the way that the back is split open and it's butterflied like that, it's very easy to do at home. All I would do is take my little paring knife and I would start at the top and slowly pull it as you let your tip slice it open. If you have to come back, that's no problem, come back, and you're just gonna slowly slice as you fan out your shrimp. And boom, you have a butterflied shrimp, just like that. I have all my shrimp here peeled and butterflied. So in order, you wanna go flour, egg wash, breadcrumbs. And you wanna make sure you have one dry hand and one wet hand. So with my dry hand, I'm gonna make sure the shrimp is entirely coated. Get that flour all over, pick it up, spread open the inside. Make sure the flour is completely covering every single surface, just like this. And now the flour is gonna help the egg wash adhere to the shrimp. So right into the egg wash. Make sure it's fully coated everywhere. And then I like to pick up a little bit of the breadcrumb, throw it down, and drop it on top. I put the breadcrumbs on top and I give it a nice firm push to make sure everything's sticking good. And just like that, we have our first coconut shrimp. And here on our first shrimp, you can see we have a great ratio of crispy, crunchy breadcrumb pieces and also our little strands of coconut too, which are gonna get nice and crunchy in the fryer. and they're gonna have a nice sweetness to it. Now, repeat the process. Just get some shrimp going in the flour, in the egg wash, and in the breadcrumbs. Open up the little butterfly slit in the shrimp. Make sure every single piece of the surface area is getting coated. And boom, that's looking perfect. Now the reason why we season the flour so heavily is because the shrimp doesn't get seasoned anywhere else. So you really need the salt and the seasonings to come through on the first layer when we coat the shrimp. And these four are just the start. They're all looking perfect, but it's time to go ahead and bread the rest of the batch here. Now, if you guys don't have any oil heating up yet, if you plan on frying these, now's your time to go ahead and get a neutral oil going on a medium to low heat. Or if you're gonna bake them or air fry them, that's perfectly acceptable too. We have our plate of breaded coconut shrimp here. I have a hot pot of oil, and then you need to make sure you have ready a plate lined with paper towels. You should have this anytime you're frying anything just to catch the excess grease. And now this is why I like to leave the tails on. They're kind of like a little handle that helps you with frying. Gently, the coconut shrimp go into the oil, just a few at a time. You do not want to overcrowd your pan. And that soft, gentle bubble is exactly what you want. You don't want any heat too aggressive, or the breadcrumbs will burn before the shrimp is fully cooked. Once you see the shrimp reaching that perfectly desired golden brown color, it's time to go ahead and remove them out of the oil and line them on your paper towel. And these are looking good. Like right out of a restaurant quality style shrimp. And now go ahead and just fry the rest of your batch. Look at these crispity, crunchy, golden brown deliciousness, little bites of I'm serious, guys. If this doesn't tickle your fancy, I don't know what will. It's just perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Look at the golden brown, glistening, crispity, crunchy goodness. All those seasonings, the onion, the garlic, the smoked paprika. You have the sweetness of the coconut on the outside that just caramelized a little bit. And some sweet Thai chili sauce. I mean, I can't think of many sauces that would be better with that. Let me tell you guys something. When I go out to a restaurant, I want to order the coconut shrimp every time. And the reason why I don't is that they charge an arm and a leg for 3 little pieces that look like they're from a frozen bag, pre-prepared or something. This is how you make it at home. This is how you do it better. This is how you do it cheaper. It's just so good. I'm glad I bought a lot of shrimp because I can eat a lot of this. It's so easy. You just grab it by the tail, one bite, boom! You guys are gonna wanna give this a try, I promise. Better than the restaurants, cheaper than the restaurants, easy breezy, beautiful CoverGirl. So go ahead, follow the recipe, make this for your friends and family, enjoy, subscribe, comment, like, thank you all, see you next week, ciao.